Good morning, happy birthday to you. Yep, every day is your birthday. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. How are you doing today? On Wednesday? No, Thursday. It's Thursday today. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Had a phone call I needed to deal with. But here I am. I'm actually back to the place where I've been a couple of times before, where they were building this outhouse behind the fence behind me, but there's nobody there at the moment. So, and I needed to have a quick run today, so I thought I'd come here and take a chance. And sure enough, I'm okay. Hurrah! However, happy birthdays to the 4 people whose real birthdays it is today. 3 of which I don't think I really know that very well. So there you go. LuAnne Hage or Haig. Not sure how you pronounce your surname. I think I know you through Tony Robbins' singles group, I think. I'm not sure. But hope you're having a lovely day anyway. You live over in America somewhere, and I can't remember exactly where these days, but there you go. Mark Sams, I think, London-based property developer thing. Not sure where I met you either. I'm guessing it was an event somewhere. Maybe it was... I don't remember. Anyway, met you in London, sure, somewhere. And then Viks, no idea where I know you from, but you look like you've got a utility warehouse and 4N connections all over the place, and you have discovered Leicester, rather. So if you want to find out more about Leicester, I guess Viks is your guy. And then, of course, finally, last but not least, Spencer McPherson, very high-end photographer in Cheltenham. I hope you're very well, Spencer. I've known you for many years, haven't I? Gosh, it must be coming on to 10 years since I first met you now. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, back in the days of the Grow charity that I ran with Kim Swire. Yeah, so anyway, those are birthdays for today. Happy birthday to all you guys. Hope you're having a lovely day. I want to go back to habits. I'm not sure if I posted that in the description. I actually lost my description, had to recreate it very quickly while I was standing here. It's slightly warmer today, which is nice, but I wanted to go back to this habits concept because there was a couple of things I wanted to say yesterday I didn't have a chance to say. First of all, remember there are, if you're feeling like you're about to do the habit, actually this... If you're feeling like you're about to do the habit or you're struggling with anxiety, 5-5-5 breath is the key thing here, which is breathe in through your nose for 5, hold it for 5, breathe out as if you're blowing out the candles on your birthday cake, because it's your birthday today, remember? So, and do that 5 times. That'll settle your brain down to allow you to think more clearly. I've talked in the past one about getting more oxygen into your lungs, that then allows more oxygen into your blood, that then allows more oxygen into your brain, which allows you to think more clearly. It'll also work for overcoming these habits as well, because it'll pause you before you actually do the habit. Something that I've been doing the last few weeks to try and overcome my TV addiction habits that I've got, and procrastination in general, is something I read in one of these Blinkist books of the day that was basically saying, stop for 10 minutes. So allow yourself to procrastinate or do the thing that you are, or you're feeling like the urge to do in 10 minutes time. But in the 10 minutes in between, do something else, and or think about the feelings that you had that led you to believe that you wanted to do the thing that you're either addicted to or you're procrastinating about, and so forth. So for example, for me, if I feel like I want to click on the TV, the idea is, right, you can click on the TV, but in 10 minutes time. And for 10 minutes, I want you to sit there and think about what was the urge that was causing you to want to turn on the TV. And what I found typically is that I'm trying to avoid doing the job, which seems complicated or difficult or pointless in between. And so what I'm feeling like want to do in my brain, I could feel myself having the urge to turn on the TV to numb myself to this kind of pain of having to do this thing that I don't really want to do. And I can just veg out. And usually what happens, I then just never get around to doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. And so I've started to recognise that feeling now, and what I can do about it moving forward. So that's breathing, taking that breath down, taking the 10 minutes to think about it, and then allowing yourself to do the thing that you're craving after you've had a chance to think about why you're having the craving in the first place. Because, as we talked about the other day, there's 4 parts to every habit. There's the trigger, so it's TCAR, T-C-A-R, trigger, craving, action, result, or reward, if you like. and the action is doing the thing, obviously. And you can obviously switch off these first two, or change these first two that prevents you from taking the action, the trigger, and then the craving, and then you can hopefully that means you can not do the action, or you can substitute the action with something different, something more empowering, something more useful, and or you can also give yourself a different reward for doing something different. So if you don't do this action here, you do this action instead, and you get a different reward over here, a more rewarding reward that makes you feel like I'd rather do this thing than do this thing, and then that can change that thing off. And then it comes down to, well, actually this starts with this thing, this 3-step thing called ACE, which I say is ACE, which is awareness, choices, and effort. So I've become aware you've got a problem. Aware I've got a problem with my TV addiction. I'm going to make choices to do different things, and then I have to put effort in over time, because I have to re-embed the new habit, the change, the uncomfortableness. And what I want to finish on is that point, particularly there, that discomfort of the new habit, because your brain is wired to try and keep you safe and try and keep you comfortable, mostly safe, but also comfortable as well. And so it's always looking for, why is this new thing sounds dangerous, sounds like something that could be causing me a problem. Hello viewer, by the way, hello for you viewer. How can I avoid doing this new thing that sounds dangerous and sounds difficult or sounds hard or whatever, whatever. And in my case, it's like there's this difficult thing that I'm trying to avoid doing, so I want to do this easy watching the TV thing instead. So it's kind of both of those types of things at the same time. And then, of course, it's the effort over time that causes the next hurdle you need to overcome, because you have to rewire this brain. You have to rewire this brain to show it that this new thing that you're doing is okay, it's safe, it can be comfortable if you give it some time, and then you have to embed it over time. And studies have shown that this 21-day myth for changing a habit is not true. That is the minimum amount of time it takes to change a habit. 66 days is the average amount of time, and I always say it should be 90 days. Now, John Assaraf will talk about 100 days. I like 90 because it sounds less than 100. And also 90 days is almost 3 months as well, or 12 weeks as well. It kind of fits in a nice sort of neat box like that way. So that's why my program is a 12-week program, to help people overcome their depression and anxiety. And also then you've also got to prove yourself you can. So you can do these tiny little actions that prove yourself you can. So the example I was giving somebody the other day was, say to yourself, I'm going to drink a glass of water every hour on the hour. You have to set yourself an alarm on your phone, and every time the alarm pings on your phone, you grab yourself a glass of water and you drink the glass of water. And you say, yeah, that's easy, I can do that. You say, well, are you though? Oh yeah, no, it's obvious I can do it, it's easy. Yeah, but are you doing it? Can you actually do it? Can you prove to yourself that you're going to do it? If you say you're going to do it and then you go and do it, then you're proving to yourself that you can do it. So choose something really simple and straightforward, something that you definitely can do, and prove to yourself that you can, but it's obviously slightly tricky. And prove to yourself that you can do it, and get into a habit of proving to yourself that you can achieve a goal that you set for yourself, and then build it up to bigger habits in the future. And you can also stack habits as well, so you can do that glass of water and then do something else. So now I've got the habit of drinking a glass of water on the hour every time the bell goes on my phone to tell me to do it, and now I'm going to do something else on top of that as well. So I'm going to stack those habits on top of each other. So that's basically it. John Assaraf also talks about set points, which I really like, which is the idea that you have this kind of level of comfort in your, which we've already kind of talked about before, but it's a little bit like a thermostat in your room. So you've got a thermostat, it's in a room. In the UK, you set it for 20 degrees. In America, you set it to say 70 degrees. And then it's either hot or it's cold outside, and you open up a window. So if it's hot outside and you open up the window, all that heat comes in, the thermostat clicks and then goes, oh, I need to put some more air conditioning into the room to cool it down. And if it's cold outside and you open up the window, it's freezing, all that cold air comes in, thermostat goes click, oh yes, I need to make it a bit warmer, so I'll put some hot air into the room to level it up again. And that's what happens to our bodies. We have this sort of internal dialogue as to what we're used to. Remember that these unconscious beliefs that I've talked about a couple of times the last few days, that unconscious belief is then what leads us to making sure that our bodies and our lives stay comfortable and safe for the future. So that's overcoming habits. A little bit more detail. Run out of my time. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely Thursday. Let me do it again. Send out love into the world. Love you all. Happy birthday. Remember to celebrate. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Why wait to enjoy your life? Why not start today? Why wait to the new year? Start today. Take care, guys. Bye for now.